Hello, my name is Baldy Shorts, and welcome back to Dream Daddy. While I'm doing my afternoon word jumbles, I hear the mail truck pull through the cul-de-sac. I wonder if we got any coupons today. The nice mail person slides a couple letters in a large yellow envelope through the slot. It takes a couple tries for them to get it in. Hey, my coupons! I take a closer look at the large yellow envelope. I lightly knock on Amanda's door. She probably has headphones on. Amanda? She yells through the door. What? I have something for you. I'm kind of busy right now. Can you come back later? Okay, just thought you'd want this big old envelope we got from HIA.
Yes.
Immediately and... Oh, whoops. I clicked too fast. Horn Institute for the Arts? I mean, if you're busy, I can come back. Father, please! I hand her the envelope, which she tears open with her teeth. That's probably bad for your teeth. She doesn't seem to hear me and spits out a piece of envelope. She pulls out the letter and unfolds it. And? The suspense is killing me. This is her dream school. Amanda's face is unreadable. I can't believe this. Oh, honey, it's okay if you didn't.
Yeah.
I got in! Oh, I got in! Amanda tosses the letter aside and gives me a big hug. Congrats, sweetie. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. She pulls away and looks at the letter again. Oh my god, I really can't believe I got in. Well, of course you got in. You're a great student. You nailed that interview and your photography is incredible. Wait, Dad. I know this one's really expensive and it's so far away. I think for a moment. HIA is one of the more expensive schools that Amanda applied to, but I know she's had her heart set on it for the longest time. It'll be tough, but we're gonna make it work. Really? Of course. Amanda hugs me again.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. Okay, sweetie, we're celebrating tonight. Dinner, your choice, wherever you want. Wherever? Amanda and I walk along the bayside, tearing into our foil-wrapped burritos from a nearby food truck. You could have chosen anywhere in Maple Bay. Cost was not a determining factor. Please, Dad, you know I'm a simple gal. Just give me a burrito with a view. I can't say I'm mad. Amanda and I sit on a patch of grass and watch this ship sail lazily through the bay.
Yes.
And the dorms are right near a bunch of cafes, and there are all of these galleries nearby, and there's a discount if you bring a student ID, and... Amanda, slow down. You're going to choke on your burrito. I know, I'm just excited. Did I mention that students get their own studio space once they're seniors? And we get all the professional photo editing software for free? It's nice to see Amanda so enthusiastic about HIA, but I wish she wouldn't do it in between bites of her burrito. I thought I taught her to chew with her mouth closed. I wonder who my roommate's gonna be. You take a survey online and they match you with someone with a similar major and interests. I bet we're gonna be best friends. Craig and I were. A good roommate can be a lifelong friend. But don't even get me started on bad roommates. Oh no. I'm just kidding. We didn't have a bad roommate. Our only other roommate was a puppy that Craig brought home one night. We spent a semester fabricating a story about our new foreign exchange student who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. Carl ruled. Oh, they let you have animals in the dorms if you get a note saying you need one. I bet I could forge one. I think I'd get a rabbit. Or maybe a snake? Or maybe both. Would the snake eat the rabbit, though? Oh boy, I think I'll leave all that up to you. She's so excited I don't want to disappoint her, but I need to be real for a second. So you know I had that talk with Mr. Vega. He didn't tell you about the dumpster fire, did he? What? No? I don't want to put a damper on the good news, but I need you to knock it out of the park for these last few months of school, okay? If you really want to go to Horn, we need that scholarship money. I know you can do it. Okay, I promise I'll try harder. I pat her on the back. You think you can handle a 14-hour drive to come home for the holidays? There's going to be some treacherous ice roads to cross. And don't even get me started on the paranormal occurrences. Well, it'll be worth it if I get to see you. My eyes immediately well up with tears. Oh, Dad, don't cry. Sorry, I'm just Very, very proud of you. You're all grown up now. You're such a good person. I hope you know how important you are to me. Dad, stop. You're gonna make me cry too. It's too late, honey. It's happening. Dad, I can't get tears in my burrito. It's gonna make it taste sad. I pull Amanda in for a hug and kiss her on the forehead. Love you, kiddo. Love you too, Pops. Minimize eating fried foods, candy, and sweets. That's a bad dad tip.
You've got dads.
Okay, what would be a good dad date? Craig wants to talk. Hey, buddy, so I have a favor to ask. Robert invited me over for dinner. And I know it's kind of a faux pas to invite another bro, but I've known that guy for years and I still can't get a good read on him. And I know it's going to be super awkward if I go by myself. Will you please come with me? Egg, egg, egg. Water. I love food. Just that's my only response. I love food. I especially love food that's free. And I don't know why you're so sweaty over cooking, but overcooking, but sure. Yeah, dude, I'm down. Thank you. I really hope that's a sweat of relief. Eat that dinner. That doesn't sound too bad. I could definitely go for free food. But why is Craig being so apprehensive? Does he know something about Robert that I don't? I hurry up and reply before my dad brain can work itself into a paranormal spiral. Craig, yeah, dude, I'm down. Thank you. Craig and I decide to meet up before heading over to Robert's place. Craig's waiting on my porch, bottle of white wine in hand. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Like in another stream. Because I remember watching this once. I don't remember ever seeing this part, though. Baldy, boy, am I glad to see you. Likewise, man. Classy of you to bring wine.
Nice.
Oh, it's not wine. It's sparkling apple cider. Robert literally has a wine cellar, so I think he's good. Wow. Or at least I think he is a wine cellar. I'm genuinely unsure of if he's telling the truth or not. I can never tell with him. Thank God it's not just me. I never know. He's so deadpan about everything. I usually just laugh it off, but man, that guy's an enigma. We start walking over to Robert's house. Does Robert even know how to cook? I have sincere doubts about whether he knows how to shave properly or iron his shirts. I feel like you learn to cook after you learn those two first.
Nice.
One time I saw him grab a hot dog from a trash can. I mean, it was the very top of the trash can, like, sitting above it, but still, if he were on trial, I think the jury would define that as in the trash can. In his defense, I've definitely considered grabbing food from the top of trash before. Well, yeah, I think we've all considered it, but the difference is that Robert actually did it. True, maybe he's the enlightened one. Maybe we're holding ourselves back. We arrive at Robert's house and ring the doorbell, but the doorbell won't chime. Must be broken. Craig knocks on the door a few times. Since when does Robert have a dog? I don't know, that's weird. I can hear Robert just inside. 1 second. This is uncharted territory, Valdi. What if he's the one making barking noises and there's no dog? Don't say that. We're not even inside yet.
Nice.
Finally, the door opens. Robert looks like a little surprised to see me. Valdi, didn't know you would be tagging along.
Oh.
Did Craig not tell Robert I was coming? Come on, Craig. I can leave if there's not... No, it's fine. Come on in. We enter Robert's living room, which is surprisingly really nice. Super messy, but still nice. Make yourselves at home. We can still hear barking coming from the other room. I didn't know you have a dog, Robert. Oh yeah, that's Betsy. Have to put her up when guests are over. She'll calm down in a bit. What kind of dog is she? Pitbull rescued her from a dog fighting ring a few years back. She hates strangers. If I let her out right now, I would probably have to take you both to the ER. Greg and I make eye contact. He raises an eyebrow at me. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Anyways, dinner should be ready in a minute. I hope you guys like osobuco. There we go. Robert leaves the room, presumably to go to the kitchen. Craig leans in and whispers, "What's the dog fighting thing, real or was he kidding?" I don't know.
Hey.
What's osobuco? I don't know. Did he make up that word? Until I have osobuco in front of me, we can only assume so. We sit in silence for a second, taking in Robert's living room. Are we about to get sawed?
Oh.
Nah, usually wake up in those situations. We voluntarily walked into this one. Robert finally walks into the room carrying 3 paper plates of steaming food like a waiter. Paper plates. I don't have a dining table, don't trust them, so we're eating here. Also, I don't have real people plates, hope that's okay. Robert sets plates in front of us on the coffee table. I still can't tell whether this looks like meat. Maybe. Lots of sauce. I can make out some vegetables. I think that might be rice, but it could also be pasta. Guess there's only one way to find out. I take a bite. Oh my god! I take another bite. The medley of flavors in this dish is amazing. The meat is so tender. The risotto, I think that's what it is so creamy.
Oh.
Robert, this is really incredible. You cooked this?
Mm-hmm.
I fished it out of the dumpster behind a restaurant, or at least I think it was a restaurant.
Hey.
Can you believe people just throw this stuff away? I almost gag. I'm kidding. I look over at Craig, who looks wary but still has his mouth full. He gives Robert a thumbs up. Glad you like it.
Oh.
Where did you learn how to cook like this? Worked at a restaurant in Spain for a hot sec. Is he messing with us? I decide to play along. You lived in Spain? After I dropped out of college, I went backpacking through Europe, crashing on couches, sleeping in hostels, wherever. Totally broke. Worked a couple of odd jobs wherever I could to scrape together some cash.
Hey.
One night I'm eating dinner at this little restaurant just outside of Madrid. I go to pay and realize I spent the last of my money on booze the night before. I'm in the middle of ditching when the manager catches me and puts me into work in the kitchen. Long story short, they ended up liking me so much they offered me a job. Why not, right? Started living with some distant relatives on my mom's side. Over the course of 2 years, I worked my way up from busboy to sous chef. Learned a lot. Craig and I waited for the punchline. What night watchman did he swindle to get back to the States? Who did he con in a game of poker to in the back room of a speakeasy for a safe passage in the crew quarters of a cargo ship? Sorry, my dyslexia is a little out of hand today.
Hey.
Anyway, I still love to cook. I don't know what's real anymore, but this food is so good I kind of don't care. That's amazing. It really is, to be totally honest. I wasn't exactly expecting gourmet cooking here, especially not served on paper plates. I don't care about presentation. If the food is good, it should speak for itself. Okay, I actually agree with this. I used to be a professional pastry cook. Like, I worked in kitchens all over San Diego and here in Boston. And I don't give a shit about presentation at all. I don't care. The food is good, eat it. What does it matter if it looks like an architect designed it? If it's good, it'll speak for itself. The osobuco is screaming for itself. And paper plates are just as good as regular plates if you double them up.
Oh.
Hey, is it bad if I ask for seconds? Help yourself, but save room for desserts. I made lemon berries Savarin.
Oh.
Well, aren't you just full of... Craig looks over at me.
Hey.
Surprises. Robert winks. You bet I am. What is... Are we going to have a threesome? What's happening here?
Oh.
You can come over for dinner anytime. Craig. I'm going to go get seconds. Me too. After consuming way more osobuco than my body could handle, and then really ensuring a lighter food coma with the generous serving of whatever Savarin was, Craig and I decided to head out. Thanks for coming. I'm making an attempt to be more social. Well, we're always happy to stop by if you want company, especially if there's osobuco involved. Eat plenty of carbs the night before a big game.
You've got dads.
Okay, Okay, what's this? I've already read this. Okay, who should I go for? I like Robert. I've never seen Hugo, like, on a date ever. Does anyone have any suggestions of who I should go for? I am going to date all of them. I just don't know who should be next. I'm gonna go for Robert, I think. Robert Small, when the internet gains sentience and decides to destroy us all, you know it'll use this information against us, right? On a Friday night, you are most likely to make a deal in an alleyway. Have it go badly. Who's the cop? Was it Giacomo? I trusted Giacomo. If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be? Gun. What are your turns on? Don't talk to me. What did you want to be when you grew up? Grifter. What is your favorite movie genre? Italian neorealism. What's your ideal date? Grave robbing. What do you never leave home without? At least 4 knives. I spend a lot of time thinking about, you ever really look into a rabid animal's eyes? Message. Liquor before beef, you're in the clear. Robert was pretty nice, a little odd, but nice, and ruggedly handsome. We should hang out. I type a message to him on Dadbook. Hey Robert, good seeing you at the cookout. Want to grab a drink? I sit there for a couple seconds, hoping he'll message me back. Hey, it says that he read my message. I anxiously wait for a response, twiddle my thumbs, watch a cat video on the internet. I start down a rabbit hole of cat videos and Robert quickly vanishes from my mind. I didn't realize how long I've been doing this, but by the time I watch maybe my 30th cat video, Robert pops back into my head. I jump back over to Dadbook to see if he's responded. Nothing. Well, I guess the guy's busy. I might as well make the best of my day. I get up, walk to the living room, and sit down and turn on the TV. History Channel, Food Channel, Game Show. Food Channel. Oh, Meat Hell is on. You have 10 minutes to cook 5-course meal that must include these ingredients: steak, lemon meringue pie, paper clips, and a hammer. If you are unable to finish cooking, or if any of these ingredients are absent from the dish, we will release the wolves. Oh my god. I'm not kidding. Please help us. I lose several hours to whatever the hell this was. Sighing, I get back up and walk around the house. My stomach grumbles. Time for lunch, huh? Well, I guess it's time for old Chef Shorts to cook a gourmet delicacy. I walk over to the refrigerator and open the door. Make a sandwich, make some eggs, mustard jar. None of these. I'll just make a sandwich. I make a sandwich in its entirety while standing there. Who needs plates? The sandwich, a lost art. I admire my work for a second before I clumsily drop the entire thing on the floor. No! I look around and remember that Amanda's not home. This is still good. 5-second rule, right? I reassemble my sandwich, peeling pickles off the floor and putting them back where they belong, in my mouth. Wait, I'm a wreck! I finish my snack and walk around the house for some more bored. When's Amanda coming home? Oh, I just remembered something. When we were packing up the old house, we found an old basketball hoop that would hang off of a door. It would really bring the living room together. I wonder where I put that. I spend a couple of minutes poking around the new place until I find it. After installing it above one of the doors in the living room, I'm ready to dunk. Come on and slam. I take a leap from the free throw line and rocket that sucker down the net. The crowd goes wild. Welcome to the jam. I pull up from the 3-point line, breaking ankles and sinking a fadeaway. And I forgot the rest of the words to the song. No look behind the back hook shot. Everyone's on their feet. Something Space Jam. I managed to just barely defeat myself at horse before Amanda comes home. We then cook dinner together. We're proud of ourselves for not even coming close to burning down the house. Afterwards, Amanda and I dig into a carton of ice cream over an episode of Chopped Toddler Tournament. What you have in front of you is a molecularly deconstructed sweet potato and brown sugar demi-glace with creme fraiche, of course. This is literally a jar of baby food. The toddlers immediately burst into tears. Are you bad people for watching this? Yes. Just then, my computer dings. Huh? What's that? Oh, you probably just got a message. Amanda and I walk over to the computer and check dad books. It's a message from Robert. You up? What does that mean? What you doing? What am I doing? You're just chilling. I'm watching television with my daughter. I just worked on my motorcycle. I'm just chilling. I type back just chilling. Amanda deletes the G and hits send. That'll make you look cooler. A couple moments pass by. Another message pops up. Hey, that means he wants to hang out. I know what that means, Amanda. But it's kind of late. Come on, pups. Live a little. I am living with ice cream and traumatized toddlers. Well, it's your life, but I think you would have a lot of fun tonight. You are trying to get to know the neighbors better, aren't you? Fine. I type back a message to Robert asking him for details, and he tells me to meet him at Jim and Kim's. Well, don't wait up for me. I never do. I throw on a nice jacket and run out the door. It's only a short walk to Jim and Kim's, and it's a beautiful night. I walk into the bar and see the usual crowd of barflies drinking beer and watching sports. I spot Robert at the back of the bar and wave hi as I walk over. Hey man, how's it going? Hey buddy. Ahoy there, Skipper. Robert and Mary here? Uh-oh. I brought Mary along, figured we needed a drinking buddy. Aw man, I was excited to get to know Robert a little better. Now I have to deal with this weird married lady making passes at me. Don't look so scared, kiddo. We're just having a drink. Yeah, speaking of which, I think it's time for the first round. What are you having? A beer, whiskey, straight up. A dad after my own heart, huh? Robert orders 3 shots of whiskey and passes them between us. Well, this wasn't how I expected my night to be going. Here's to bad decisions and relaxed moral values, fellas. What have I gotten myself into? Well, we all knock back the shots. I almost choke on the whiskey as it burns down my throat. Holy hell, that was a kick. I look over at Robert and Mary, who seem like old pros at this. Robert grabs his jacket and throws it on. Let's get marching. What? The night's young, Chief. Come on, we're going bar hopping. Oh, alright. We leave the bar and start walking down the street. I still don't know this area of town very well, so I just follow Robert. So where are we headed? Irish, we're drinking. It's an Irish pub. A good pun is the whiskey to my heart. Puns are the lowest form of humor, Valdi. Try harder. Ouch. Am I going to be the butt of the joke all the night? Jesus, Mary, put your fangs away for a second. We walk into Irish we were drinking. The bar is pretty much the same as Jim and Kim's except for the old-timey Irish memorabilia on the wall. Next round, what are you having? Whiskey hasn't failed me yet. Beer might be good. Do they make fruity Irish cocktails? Whiskey hasn't failed me yet. Let's do this. I just want the eggplants. I just want the eggplants so bad. Let's do it. Robert orders 3 more glasses of whiskey and we post up in a garish green booth. Mary slides in and sidles up next to Robert, which makes me breathe a sigh of relief. Let's sip this one, why don't we? Suit yourself. Mary immediately downs her shot in one gulp and burps loudly. That'll put hair on your chest. You are truly the paragon of grace and beauty. Mary grabs my drink and sips on it. Hey! Baldy, be a dear and get us another round, will you?
Hey.
I don't know how to process this evening at all. I get up and order another round of drinks from the bartender. As I head back, I see Mary and Robert having a lively conversation. Robert roars with laughter. I don't think I've ever seen this guy smile, let alone laugh. I take a seat across the booth from them and pass out the drinks. So Edith's kid snuck some pop brownies into the table at the last bake sale, right? And I spot the little hemp sweatshirted gremlin in the act. So I go up to Edith with the baggie, and I'm about to tell her when all of a sudden she just freaks out on me. You're ruining the bake sale, she says. I should have been PTA president. Your roots are bad, blah, blah, blah. So what'd you do? I told her to have a brownie and that everything was going to be fine. They both erupted in laughter, and I politely followed along with the story. She ate 3. More laughter. Okay, that was actually pretty funny. She called the cops and told them that time had stopped. Mary looked directly at me. Do you smoke weed? What? You know, the devil's lettuce. I have 2 big fat blunts in my purse right now. Wanna blaze? What? No, I'm a law-abiding citizen. You with the feds? I worked hard for what I have, and no 2-bit corner boy's gonna drop the dime on me. So you want to take what you're pushing somewhere else and not keep running my business the way I want it run? What? Remember, you come at the king, you best not miss. Jesus, kid, dial it back. Robert giggles helplessly. Aw, he's giggling. That's cute. Robert giggles helplessly. I'm just kidding, cowboy. Lay off the kid, Mary. He might not be used to your brand of humor. Fine, fine. We sit around and sip our drinks, people watching and cracking jokes. After a little bit of time, I begin to warm up to Mary. Her jokes become much funnier and much less scary. But it seems like she's not going anywhere anytime soon. I just wanted some alone time with Robert. I wonder if I can get her to leave somehow. Isn't Joseph wondering where you are? A lot of eligible bachelors around here. Huh. Could you get the next round? You trying to ditch me, pal? No. Because if you're trying to ditch me, you can just tell me to scram. No, it's fine. Valdi wants some alone time with his new best buddy, Robert. Read you loud and clear. The wingman breaks formation to pursue their prey. Now, if you fellas want to excuse me, Mary needs to sink her teeth into a helpless boy. Go with God. Nice seeing you. Deuces, nerds. I just love this middle-aged woman with like a cross on just saying, deuces, nerds. Mary gets up and saunters over to a younger-looking guy at the bar. She grows on you. Does she, though? I feel like she kind of delights in making men suffer. Well, she does. But what about her and Joseph? What about him? You know, they're married, and she's definitely tried to get in my pants the other night, and I gestured to her across the bar where she's making goo-goo eyes at the young guy from before. He looks like he's being held hostage. Oh, that's just a thing she does. She's harmless. Tell that to the boy she's hanging off of. Poor kid looks like he's seen war. Robert lets out a hearty laugh. Hey, I got him to laugh. Aw, man, you know, I pegged you for one of those straight-laced types. Oh, don't worry, I get pretty wild back in my day. Still got a little wild left in you? God, I'm not reading these well. You know it, there's so much wild in me. I have a child I need to care for! You know it! Robert orders a couple more rounds of shots. I gulp. What am I getting myself into? Think you can go shot for shot? There's only one way to look cool here. I grab a shot closest to me and I down it. Robert looks impressed. He takes his shot and knocks it back. That's one. So, what do I even talk about? He's so cool. He probably hates small talk. So how are things? I hate small talk. Okay. Too many people, this isn't necessarily you, but too many people think that they have to fill the dead air with noise. Personally, I think they're afraid of the silence, or they're afraid of what the other person's going to think of the silence. If you want some unsolicited advice, just learn to be comfortable with silence. Nothing wrong with 2 people sitting in silence and drinking whiskey. Oh, all right. Robert and I sit in silence and drink whiskey. I take in the rest of the bar. Patrons laughing, playing darts, spilling beer. Mary giving the hard sell to the young man. The young man pretending he got a phone call from one of his friends. Huh. Maybe silence is nice sometimes. So you ever kill a man? I choke on my drink. Excuse me? You know, watch the life drain out of someone's eyes. It's not just their life, you know. It's their hopes and dreams draining away. Every memory and experience they've ever had. Gone. No?
Hey.
Great, me neither. Robert knocks back his shot and motions for me to do the same. I reciprocate. I'm just messing with you. Relax. I laugh nervously. Or am I? I laugh nervously again. We sip more whiskey and people watch some more. Mary has her sights set on another man after the other one excused himself for the bathroom and I assume crawled out the window. Gosh, this whiskey's hitting me hard. Gosh, this whiskey's hitting me hard. You betcha. Robert gets up out of the booth, shouldering his jacket. Let's roll. Sorry, whiskey, inside voices. Let's roll. Wait, what about Mary? Brother, Mary's gonna be just fine. I look over at Mary, who's lying on the bar in front of some poor sap. She's singing happy birthday to him while he insists that it's not his birthday. We make our way out of the bar and back onto the street. I'm trying my hardest not to stumble, but man, that sidewalk is just coming right at me. I hope Robert doesn't notice me tripping over my own feet like this is the first time I've ever been drunk. Where to? You'll see. I follow Robert through street lamp spotlights until we eventually arrive at the run-down strip mall. There's a beauty salon, a sex shop, a computer repair store that looks like it's been closed for 10 years, and finally, a liquor store.
Hey.
Wait here, I'll be right back. After a minute, Robert returns with 2 wine bottles in brown paper bags. He hands one to me. Cheers. He sits on the curb and drinks. He motions for me to do the same. This is really not where I expected the night to go. I take a sip. White Zinfandel? What? Nothing. I just wasn't expecting. It is delicious, fruity and refreshing. Don't judge me. I start to say something, think of his lecture about valuing silence earlier, and stop. I sip on my wine and watch cars drive by. Let's throw rocks at shit. Ooh. Robert suddenly hurls a rock at a stop sign. The ding echoes throughout the empty parking lot. That felt good. He presses a stone into my free hand. Now you try. I don't know. With feeling. I look at the rock in my hand and look at the stop sign. Back at the rock, back at the stop sign. I know it has to be done. I got a problem with authority. I'm sorry. This one's for you, Pappy. I got a problem with authority. I hurl the rock at the sign. It sails over the stop sign right into the window of a parked car, leaving a crack. Dude, run! I leap up and dart into the nearest alley, wine in hand. I can hear Robert's footsteps behind me. After I'm sure I'm far enough away from the cracked window that I'm no longer culpable for this heinous crime, I stop to catch my breath. Maybe we strike a rock throwing from the to-do list. Agreed. Suddenly my stomach growls. Oh man, I'm starving. Let's get pizza. I can't argue with that. Where's good around here? Actually, I don't even care if it's good. I just need to be edible and in my mouth in the next 5 minutes. I know just the place. I follow Robert through the maze of alleys and side streets until we eventually end up in the front of a tiny hole-in-the-wall pizza joint. The bright red neon sign reads, Pete's Piece of Pizza. Ta-da! I can see a few exhausted-looking workers from behind the counter tossing dough and pulling piping hot pizzas right out of the stone ovens. My stomach rumbles again. I go up to the counter and get ready to order. Can I get 2 slices of Hawaiian pizza? Oh wait, Valdi, you're cool with pineapple on your pizza, right? Of course. We wait a minute for pizza to come out of the oven. I'm practically drooling at the smell. The cashier hands us each a giant slice on a paper plate, so saturated with grease that I'm worried it'll fall apart. We take our pizzas outside and wander through the alleyways as we eat. I take a bite. It's absolutely delicious. Pineapple is truly the best pizza topping. You said it. Man, I feel way better now. You and me both. We hear noise coming out of a slightly ajar door in the alleyway. Robert looks at me excitedly. Got more of that wild in you? You betcha. I'm so tired, but I love my daughter and I should go home and make sure that she is all right. You betcha! Good on ya. Robert and I slide the door open and peek inside. It's completely dark except for some flickering lights. We slowly creep forward, cautious not to be heard or seen. Shh. Robert, don't shush me so loud. Shh. We come to the end of the hallway and find ourselves standing in front of a movie screen. Oh, this suddenly makes sense. Did we really just sneak into a movie theater like a couple of teenagers? No talking during the movie. We look into the audience and we are surprised to find that it's almost completely empty, save for the row of a few teenagers in the front. They look annoyed when they notice us. Robert starts making his way to the very back of the theater and I follow him. We settle into our wines and try to make sense of this movie. It's a romantic comedy, I think. A young man is frantically trying to get through New York to find a woman that he's finally realized he's in love with. Kiss already! There's nobody to kiss yet. You want him to kiss the taxi driver? Hell yeah. The kids down the way notice us heckling. One of them speaks up. Hey man, keep it down. Oh damn, that's Ernest Hemingway, Hugo's kid. Ernest! Hey Ernest, I know you. It's me, your neighbor. Hi! Ernest turns back around, embarrassed. I turn back to Robert. He kissed anyone yet? It turns out that yes, he did kiss someone. He made his way to the tiny island near New York to profess his love for a woman who for some reason he knew would be there. She tells him that they hit the jackpot. He said that they had, but I think there was some subtext I'm missing here. Boo! Love is dead! Shut up, it's beautiful! No, you shut up! Ernest grumbles, the credits start to roll. I stand up, Robert immediately pulls me back down. Hundreds of people worked very hard to make this film happen, and you're going to sit here and appreciate them. Oh, okay. Look at that, Elizabeth Shelton. She worked really hard. I bet she did lots of good, wardrobe design. Thank you, Elizabeth Shelton, for this beautiful film-going experience. And Peter Anders Catering fed a bunch of people so that they could have the energy to do their jobs. What a guy. We let the credits roll while Robert individually thanks every member of the crew. Once it's finally over, he makes sure no animals were harmed in the making of this film. We leave the movie theater. We stumble into the theater parking lot, polishing off the rest of our wine. Hey, assholes! Out of nowhere, a rock flies through the air and hits me on the knee. My knee! What the hell? Ernest and his friends stand in the alleyway blocking our exit. Oh, what do you guys want? Why'd you go and throw rock at my knee? This is my good knee. My orthopedist is going to be pissed. Ernest tosses another rock up and down in his hand. What's wrong with this kid? You ruined my theater-going experience. Now you have to pay. Oh, well, I don't have any cash on me right now. Like, movies got really expensive. Ernest hucks another rock at my knee. I'm able to jump out of the way, but I didn't properly stretch before physical activity, and I'm probably going to feel super sore in the morning.
Oh.
We ruined it for you. That movie was pretty crappy in the first place. Hey, you take that back. That was a beautiful love story with really genuine acting. You call that good acting? What classicist mainstream slop have you been served your entire life? What? Have you ever seen any Michael Powell or Matter of Life and Death? 1946, easily the toughest 5 minutes of love you'll ever witness. Listen, man. No, you listen. That popcorn-ass drivel the mass media is shoving down your throat will only make you dumber and sadder. You, of all people, should strive for higher standards in the art of you consume. Your name is Ernest Hemingway, for Christ's sakes. Oh, now you've done it. Ernest rushes Robert, screaming like a banshee. Ah! I dive between Ernest and Robert, trying to stop the kid. He lunges forward, kicking me as hard as he can in the knee. Fuck my knee!
What?
Robert gets in between Ernest and myself. It's as if he's seeing red. Fuck, my fucking knee hurts.
Hurts, my friend.
Alright, buddy. Talk like a punk, get hit like a punk. Robert squares up to the boxer stance. Queensberry rules 3-minute rounds with 1 minute rest in between. No low blows, fish hooks, J-jabs, or high blows. What? And don't even think about pulling any illegal turnstiles. That's an automatic deduction of 3 points. You'll have to designate a second if you're unable to fulfill your role as main duelist. One of your friends over there looks like he has enough youthful vivacity to handle it. Hey man, I don't want to get dragged into this. That movie sucked. It's too late. You two are bloodbound. If he dies, you die. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Talk to Queensbury. We're just gonna go. Ernest's friends wearily back away. Robert calls after them. The Queensbury Association will hear about this and consume better content. Once the teens are safely out of earshot, Robert turns to me. Were you about to actually fight that kid? Are you kidding me? I would never hit a child. That would be despicable. You throw the rules at them, though. They always bolt. Nobody wants a Queensbury-sanctioned throwdown. But full discourse, I made half of that up. Oh, wow. See, you don't even have to know the rules. You just make them up. Come on, let's get out of here.
Excuse me?
Robert and I cooled down a bit as we walked back to the neighborhood. I'm so sorry. I get really into the art of filmmaking when I drink. It's okay. I think it's cool how much you like movies. To be honest, I don't know a lot about them myself. Buddy, I got so much to show you. You ever seen Sam Fuller? I haven't. Fuller is cash. Thanks for defending my honor. Thanks for dinner and a movie. Thanks for an adventure. This one? Adventure's all I got, buddy. Oh, I got the little hearts. I wanted the eggplants, though. Robert throws an arm around my shoulder and we drunkenly belt out tunes all the way home. All the way back. We finally get to his doorstep. This was an interesting night. I liked it. A smile forms on his cheeks, a rare sight. Let's hang out again soon, yeah? Yeah. I linger there for a second, swaying drunkenly in the night breeze. Robert claps me on the shoulder. Night, bud. Robert heads back inside and I stumble my way back home. Take care of your health while you're still young. Date complete. Did I do okay? Yes.
Please, we can kill it.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. Okay. Okay, Robert.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there. I wanted to thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed that video, please leave it on the like below. If you would like to see more of my content, please subscribe. And if there's any games you'd like to see me play, please leave it in a comment below. Please remember that you are valid, I care about you, and I can't wait to hang out with you in the next game. Bye-bye!